So, just going over the method again. We're doing 3 things. The first thing is just for listening. You're not singing. No singing. Just for listening. You play the chord in your left hand and the melody in your right hand up an octave. So it's up here. You're going to be singing it down here, but we're playing it up here. So... Oops. 7 when. Right? With the inversions, everything is going to be in this little area. Right? Not too low, not too high. You don't want to run into your melody. So the left hand's just playing chords. That's the first way. The second way is we're playing it with your right hand, the melody, just the way where you would be singing it. But you're not singing it up to tempo. You are really taking your time with each note. And what we're doing is we're teaching your body and your mind to associate this frequency with this syllable. So there's a lot going on physically. You have to get your vocal cords to make the correct note, but then you have to get your mouth to make the correct shape at the same time and in sequence. So every note with every syllable. It's confusing and it takes a while. It's different than what we're used to doing. Also, just as a side note, the way that English is written is not exactly phonetic. So if it helps you, like when I'm singing in a studio, or it's a technique I've seen really great singers use as well, in addition to my poor singing, but they'll write things out phonetically. So like the. Well, or that's a good example. Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. It's not trying to loosen. It's not trying to loosen. It's trying to. So sometimes they'll just, instead of T-O, they'll just spell it, or I'll spell it T-A. So that because it's easier that way. Mm-hmm. And especially in moments where certain lyrics you would say to. Certain lyrics you would say ta. And that's English for you. So if it's written out the way that it's pronounced, it can be helpful. It can be easier. Something to think about. So again, the second step, you're just going, you play the note and you sing the syllable. Well, and take your time, really match the pitch. This is not about speed. This is just learning to match pitches. I mean, in your life, you're going to sing basically all these notes right here. That's it. Like, I don't sing notes up here. I don't sing notes down here. I just kind of sing in the middle. So you get used to singing those notes with the different syllables, and that's how you improve. Over time, the more songs you learn, you get used to singing B as a well or a down. It's always vowels. A, E, O, U. And it sounds funny, but the different vowel sounds that you make will make the pitch waver. Because you make a different shape with your mouth, and sometimes your brain signal tells your vocal cords to do something different. Because when we speak, we have a way that we are used to speaking. Like, you're just comfortable speaking a certain way. I'm comfortable speaking a certain way. And I've developed over time, the sound that you hear, these are notes. This is a frequency in my voice. You could actually play the notes. Maybe they're not exactly on a piano, they're just frequencies. Piano is like fixed frequencies, but when we talk, we go up and we go down. It's all in between and all over the place. That's how we express ourselves, right? So singing is a bit like artificial talking. So instead of talking normally, you're talking with very specific pitches. And it's hard. That's why singing's hard, because you have to practice doing that. So that's what we're doing. Again, well, take your time. I'm run. And sometimes you want to play the note first and then hear it and then sing it. Then down the road, trying to loosen my load, right? Especially on the big jumps. Like, don't just sing it. Like, listen to it. God said, God said, then women. That's another place. Women. It's not women. It's women. M-I-N. Women. Women. Okay. So that's the second step. So that's the longest step. But it'll get easier over time. The more songs that you learn, the easier that will become, because this is the new skill. This is what we're practicing right now. This is the hardest and newest thing that we have not done too much of yet. And this is what's going to improve your singing. Now, the third and final step. You're playing bass notes. Either just one note or an octave. It's up to you. I'm going to start with just one note and then the chord in the right hand. So make sure you've got the chord. You can play all the chords and it sounds nice. Now you sing with that. But just let it come out naturally, because you've done all this work. You've heard the melody a bunch up here. You've worked out your physicality with the melody. Singing is very physical. We don't think of it as physical because it's something that normally just comes out of us. But there are very specific physical, muscular actions that are happening in your neck and in your face. So, but we've trained you. So now just let it go. Well, I'm running down the road, trying to loosen my load. I've got 7 women on my mind. You know? Because at that point, it doesn't have to be exact. It's a feeling, right? But because you've done all the work, it's really gonna fit together much better and nicer. Because of course, okay, the final thing, because when you sing, you're not going, well, I'm running down the road. Nobody wants to hear that. But that's how you practice, because when you sing, you kind of go in between those, and that's part of the expression. Well, I'm running down the road, trying to loosen my load. You know, and that's what makes it sound natural. But it's like you have these targets that you're trying to hit.
Before you get there.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it now.